the black god of chaos, ate his children, and that's why time infinity is 8. The black cube with 6 sides, which is sex in Latin. The Black Death ate the crossbones of time. And that's why the Skull and Bones are a Saturnalian cult. With their symbolic black octagon, grandfather clock of El, and the 8-foot tall grandfather clock as well, it is set at 8 o'clock. And that's why the 8 ball is the black ball of El. And now you know why the magic 8 ball is made by Mattel. Why do you think the president has an inauguration during the 13th hour? Because an augur was an ancient Babylonian omen reader, telling the future from the entrails of the sacrifice. And the word omen means the owl man, El. And that's why the president is inaugurated in the octagon. And he swears his allegiance in the magic octagon facing Baal. Why do you think the president serves 2 4-year terms? 8. And is it a coincidence that he's the 44th president, which makes 8 in 2008? Is Obama the Black Death of the magic 8 ball? Because the Black Death of 8 is the eye of the triangle, the symbol of the Illuminati. And that's why the satanic occults have 8 Sabbaths a year. And believe me, there's nothing holy in Jerusalem, because they're under the spell of the magic 8 ball as well. Why do you think the fighters in the UFC are trying to kill each other? Because they're in the magic octagon. And you'll be consumed and ate if you don't stop at the stop sign, because the black octagon represents death and the red represents the blood sacrifice. Because every color has a symbolic meaning. Blood red is 666. To Star Wars, to the occultists, to the church, and even martial arts, color plays an important role, and it has a significant meaning. You begin as a pure white virgin, the color for the beginner or the novice, until one day you reach the master black belt, because now you have the power to kill, the power of Black Death. But the highest level, like a druidic or a Jewish high priest, is the Grand Master color of red, the color of the sacrifice. Because only the high priest or the elder could make the sacrifice. Satan's colors are black and red. The Pope is considered the highest and closest to God. He wears the red color of the blood sacrifice. So now you see it's true, the devil does wear Prada. And that's why we find in the Bible the Buy of El in Revelations, where it reads, "Behold, a great red dragon, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world." The Bible even says, "By the fruits you will know them." And believe me, they know exactly what this symbolic color means. And that's why you can only wear white to a wedding, black to a funeral, and red to the blood sacrifice. And you make your sacrifice in the temple, the Temp of El, and you will see his fiery fertility at every church. And you too can enter into the goddess of Circe. And that's why the Roman Catholic Church is full of pedophiles. The Roman Catholic Church has been charged with child molesting worldwide. And they've had to pay multi-millions of dollars to the victims. Do you think it's a coincidence that the world's richest family, and just so happens to own our Federal Reserve, is named the Rothschild dynasty? First of all, the word dynasty means die nasty, and that's why they can only commit incest and marry within the family, like when the Baron de Rothschild married his brother's daughter. In 1760, the Germanic Mayer Bauer changed his family name to Rothschild. It means the red shield. But believe me, we're not talking about this kind of shield. We're talking about a human shield, like when you use a child as a human shield. Because in the Bible, God told Moses to tell all the Israelites to make a lamb sacrifice and mark lamb's blood on the two sides of the doorposts and on top of the doorway, so that the angel of death would pass by and not kill the firstborn. So the blood of the sacrifice provided a shield or protection, using satanic sacrificial magic as a barrier to protect them. And like the satanic beast Aleister Crowley said, the perfect sacrifice is a male child of perfect innocence and high intelligence, just like the ancestors of the Rothschilds, the Israelites and the Canaanites, sacrificing innocent children to the fiery pit of Baal, becoming a burnt offering, a holocaust. And now you know why the blood child's real name is the red blood of the child of sacrifice. So now you know a little history on this satanic, Kabbalistic, Zionistic family. So now you know the truth behind the name of the blood child dynasty. Why do you think the red childs make the blood sacrifice? It's to get blessings from their satanic deities. And believe me, Satan has blessed their undertakings. This one family's wealth alone is estimated at 51% of the world's wealth. America alone is $11 trillion in debt to them, and they're behind the world's military buildup. And that's why we have judicial law, the law of Judea. And they spent millions to take over the education of America. And they've owned the Encyclopedia Britannica since the turn of the century. And of course, they paid millions and started the United Nations. And they're the Zionistic movement behind Israel. And I bet you didn't know a red child of sacrifice owns Facebook. And of course, they're winemakers. And they're not afraid to show you they worship the beast. The 1987 Chateau Mouton Rothschild shows the Baron de Rothschild, showing you his satanic horns. You can clearly see he's portrayed as the evil demon Satan, because they worship the pedophile, child-molesting Pan, goat feet and ram horns. And that's why they're not afraid to show you they're pedophiles. The 1993 Chateau Mouton Rothschild features a young, naked child. And most people think the Rothschilds had to remove the label because of the naked child, but that's not it at all. She's gone and became a Rothschild, a ritualistic sacrificial offering. You can see the poor little girl is laid out with her hands bound above her head. Why would the Rothschilds place a naked little girl on an adult alcoholic beverage? And all the blood wine connoisseurs across the world don't even know they're engaging in pedophilia. And the worst part about it is they're drinking the symbolic blood of the sacrificed girl. And that's why the world partakes in this ritualistic satanic sacrifice. And that's why they tell you you're drinking from the wounds of Christ, drinking his blood. And that's why the Bible says, eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink the child's blood. Ye have no life in you. Satan fooled the people to partake in satanic rituals and got the people of the world to worship the story of sacrifice. And that's why we're called the sheeple, the sheep of El, blindly drinking the blood of Satan, blindly drinking the blood of the bull. And the sacrificed bull's blood will give you power. Now you know why the Pope issues a papal bull, Father Bull. Here's the Bush and Pope holding L on Saturn's Day. The metal for Saturn is lead, and that's why you die by a bullet. And that's why they say you go post-L, causing chaos and death.